All right. Good morning. And here is the Robinson Case team. We are presenting the solution, FinBright startup solution for the Riverwood community. And here with me, my team, four of us here, Kehinde, Adito, Victoria, and Elizabeth. And I will start by talking about how we want to enhance financial literacy and inclusion through our fintech solution for Riverwood community. And we go through the problem description, our solution, and how we're going to implement and measure impact. So the problem with the Riverwood community, first of all, is that there is a poor economic situation. And on top of that, there is also the complications of financial exclusion. First of all, the community is characterized by a large majority of African American and Hispanics. They make up 70% of the 50,000 population. This particular group also have a median household income of 35,000, which is lower, 2 times lower than the national average. On top of that, there is unemployment of about 8%. And most importantly, the unbanked or the underbanked population in this area is 30% of the population, with a significant number, about 40%, living below the poverty line. So on top of this, this makes this group of population excluded from the banking services. And because of this financial exclusion, there is no savings. They are not used to using the financial product. They don't have credit history. They don't have credit reporting. And they have to resort to alternative financing means, which comes with its own high cost, payday loan, debt trap, debt cycle. And this causes a lot of anxiety and stress. And on top of that, there's a problem of education, the problem of housing, the problem of healthcare challenges. And we think they need financial inclusion to be able to solve this problem. And based on what we are seeing, we saw that only 20% of the adults in this particular community have college education, while 60% have a diploma education. We think they can learn, and we've developed a solution that we think can address this problem and help the Riverwood community thrive. Now, I'll switch over to my colleague, Elizabeth, who will take us through the solution.
Thank you. Now to the solution design. The solution we are proposing for the Riverwood community is a mobile app known as the Empower app. It's an all-inclusive mobile app for financial empowerment. And this mobile app is targeted to solve all the problems we have noticed and we've observed in the community. The mobile app will give the community access to free savings and low-cost checking accounts. With the savings account, they'll be able to have access to a means of saving their returns, some part of their returns, in order to build financial discipline and gradually learn how to build wealth. With the checking account, they will have access to an account that they can use for their day-to-day activities, for bill payments, and all sorts. Also, they are going to have access to microloans for short-term financial needs. These microloans will be targeted both to individuals as well as to business people. Through the case, we've been able to recognize that most of the businesses are either in the agricultural or manufacturing sector. And since they are all small-scaled industry, they will be needing access to finance for expansion projects. So with this, we'll be giving them access to microloans. Also, the mobile app will also be giving them access to a personalized budgeting tool. And this tool will be available in 2 major languages, which is English and Spanish. For our target audience, we are targeting the Black Americans who are mostly English speakers, as well as Hispanics who are majorly Spanish speakers. Also, some other features of our mobile app will be the financial tips, regular event alerts, as well as 24/7 live support for all of their questionings. We're also going to be giving them incentives for signing up, $20 sign-up bonus, as well as referral programs to reward existing customers. This is in a bid for us to increase our target audience even beyond the target market. We're also going to be having no hidden fees. This will ensure transparency and increase the trust in the system. We also have other plans as part of our solution, which includes the community engagement as well as entrepreneurship support. Next slide, please. So for part of our solution design, we're going to be having the mobile financial clinics, which will be hosting monthly financial clinics in key locations that offer financial literacy workshops. This will ensure on-the-spot account setup as well as consultancy, and it will also guide the users on several app features which they are confused about. We're also going to be working on community partnerships. We're going to be partnering with local community leaders, local influencers, as well as trusted back representatives. Next slide. So now to the financial literacy component, because we recognize that a majority of the people at Riverwood community do not have much understanding of how finance works or what personal finance is. Part of the in-app learning modules will include basic money management modules, where we're going to be explaining and teaching them things like saving, budgeting, debt reduction, as well as credit building. We're going to be helping them to understand more the dangers of payday loans, as well as helping them to learn how to build credit scores, as well as the importance of building credit scores, both for personal usage as well as business use. We're also going to be having live webinars, Q&A sessions to tackle all of their confusions and their questions as they come up. Also, we're going to be having gamification features, which will enable users to earn points for completing some educational modules. This will enhance the financial literacy, and this completing the modules will give them rewards that can help them gain some financial incentives. Next slide.
Now, to ensure that all community members are included and also earn their trust to encourage adoption, we're going to be hiring trusted members of the community to act as advocates. We'll be planning pop-up event at cultural festivals, churches, mosques to introduce this app to them and train them on how to use it. We'll be partnering with local businesses to provide incentives and to also encourage initial usage of this application. We are going to be giving a $20 credit upon sign up. And for every person that refers, they get a reward. We'll also be collaborating with the telecommunication companies to provide internet. So to measure the impact of the success of our application, we are going to be measuring the financial inclusion and engagement metrics, the economic impact, and job creation. And the targets and the goals for the financial inclusion is to have 10,000 app signups in the first year, which will be tracked by bank records, and also have 77,000 active users for the engagements in the first 6 months, and 60% completion rates for the financial literacy modules. And for the economic impact, we are looking at the 50% within the first year, 25% reduction within the first year, which will be done through surveys and interviews. And also for the trust indicators, we are going to have like customer satisfaction survey, and for the NPS score, the net promoter score of 50 plus and 85% feedback, which will be done through surveys and interviews.
Yeah, so now the implementation plan. There's going to be different phases. Overall, we have 5 phases. So the first phase is mostly research and preparation, which includes like conducting surveys and partnering with local leaders, as well as designing the overall program and what it will entail. Phase 2 is more like awareness campaigns, which involves social media flyer, marketing, launching our vans as well to different locations, especially like major locations like markets, events, sites, and things like that. Phase 3 includes program rollouts. We're going to launch $100 bonus, and this would involve people that are actually actively using the account and the app. Don't forget there's a $20 bonus as well for those that actually sign up. So the phase 3 just involves a lot of program rollouts, doing the pop-up clinics, offering job services, and all. Phase 4 involves monitoring and feedback. Of course, we want to make sure that everything that we're doing has the effect that we want it to have. So we're going to be tracking our metrics, as Adetone stated in the impact measurement. There's going to be a lot of monitoring and ensuring that the programs are actually effective. And the phase 5 includes sustainability. So we want something that will sustain long term. And so this is where we're basically partnering with ambassadors to ensure that, they are communicating all of our programs and what we offer to community, as well as also hosting events and showcasing milestones to people.
In conclusion, Empower Up is not just an application. It's actually a tool for transformation. which will be giving accessible banking services to all community members and personalized financial education to build credit and skills. We'll also be supporting the community member to tackle the financial exclusion. And our vision is to have financial security as a right and not make it a privilege. And overall, we are about to change lives one step at a time.